If you want true control in color, you must understand the canvas on which you're designing. Foil work isn't two-dimensional. The head is a sphere, and mastering its geometry is what transforms technique into artistry. Hello and welcome back. My name is Orla, and welcome to the Color Principle series. In this lesson, we are going to be talking about the head form. Before we talk about foil stitches, direction, or contrast, we need to understand the canvas we're working on. The head is not flat, it's not square, it's a three-dimensional sphere, and every decision we make in color or cutting has to respond to that shape. This lesson is about learning to read the head form, understanding how the hair moves, where direction changes, and how design shifts as we move from one area to the next. When you understand head forms, color stops being guesswork, placement becomes intentional, results become predictable, your work begins to feel truly designed, not just applied. The head form is foundational, and once you understand it, it'll change the way you approach color forever and also cutting. So let's begin. To design with intention, we must use precise language. The head form is divided into distinct regions: top, sides, crown, back, and nape, each with its own curvature and movement. This language eliminates any room for error. Instead of saying up there or around the side, we used defined terminology that communicates exactly where the color is placed. Professional color work requires professional language. The head form provides that. Now, with each company, or depending where you get your education, they may call it something different, but it's best to stick to one like head form language. This makes it easier for note taking, for keeping record. If you did a swell, if you did like whatever technique you used on that section of the head, it allows you to keep record, that allows you to be consistent with your cutting or coloring. So the head form can basically be understood from two perspectives: horizontal and vertical. Horizontally, we observe how the head curves around the sphere. This view shows us where the shape transitions, so from convex to flat, from rounded to vertical. Vertically, we observe how the hair travels down the sphere. This view defines natural fall, gravity influence, and how color visually stretches or collapses across the head. Both perspectives are essential. Color behaves differently depending on whether we move around the head form or down it. So as we move across the head form, the shape actually shifts. These points are called change of direction points. There's exact locations where the plane of the head transitions from one angle to another. So examples would be like the temporal peak, the high bone, the occipital bone, a crown's transition, the nape break, and they determine how the hair falls, how color diffuses, and where the placement must adapt. Ignoring change of direction results in disconnected color and cuts. So understanding it creates a seamless design. Now, I did just insert a little visual on like a side view of where you would see this. So, a really great way to do this is if you take a cutting comb and place it flat on the head, and when you rock it, you can tell where it starts to move is actually the pinpoint, would be the center of the comb. So, that is a change of direction. Now, this can actually be a little different on every head because no two heads are exactly the same. Now, when we look at the head from above, the head can be divided into 8 bevels, like slicing a sphere into pie shaped segments. Now, this again could be different from anything that you've been taught before, and that's a-okay. This is just the way that I teach this segment. Do whatever feels comfortable to you, just make sure it's consistent. So, each bevel defines natural fall. Each bevel directs hair in a different angle, meaning color placed in one bevel will read differently when compared to another. This also is the same for cutting. So bevels 1 and 2 are at the top high point of the hair, 3 and 4 are the upper sides, 5 and 6 are the lower sides, 7 and 8 are the front hairline, or what we know as the fringe. Now again, much like the bevels of the head, this could be slightly different and has to be customizable to each head that you see. This is where tailoring and customizing color and cutting, this is artistry. For example, bevels 7 and 8, the fringe triangle push the hair forward. Color placed here appears brighter, more exposed, and more visually dominant. Mastering bevels allows you to predict exactly where lightness will live and where your cut will fall. When we look horizontally, as we move around the head, the shape rotates from flat to round to vertical. Horizontal breakdown reveals how much color wraps around the sphere, and this is critical for determining where brightness should begin or taper, where contrast should soften or intensify, how ribbons or sheets will read as they curve around the head, and how to transition between zones without harsh demarcation. You can actually often see this in people's foil work that don't understand head form. In horizontal analysis, we read the head form like a map, ensuring the design remains consistent and cohesive as it rotates around the shape. Now, a really good way to do this is that you can actually do each side, like do three foils on one side, do three foils on the other side, whatever it is or whatever that looks like for you, to remember what you're doing. So, when you kind of understand head forms, you elevate from technique to design. So, head form determine where lightness naturally collects, where depth adds strength, how movement reads, which areas require adaptation in stitch spacing or direction, where color collapses or expands, how different placements translate visually on a round structure. So, without head form knowledge, color results are inconsistent. With head form mastery, results are predictable, intentional, and beautifully integrated with the haircut. Thank you for joining me. I hope that helps somebody. I hope this deepened your ability to read the head as a three-dimensional canvas, whether you forgot it, whether it's new information, just a little reminder, and design color with intention rather than just habit. Understanding head forms is the gateway to advanced placement, advanced foil work, and truly elevated color. I truly believe that when we talk about a mastery of something, it's actually a mastery of the principles. I can't wait to dive deeper into color principles with you. Follow and subscribe for more, and we'll see you later. Bye, lovelies.